Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's tutorial I'm going to teach you all how to make a very beautiful chunky sweater. This sweater is Pinterest inspired and I really enjoyed making this. I'm going to try my best to make this video as beginner friendly as possible. In this tutorial I make mine really oversized. I wear a large, but I made my sweater to be very oversized. So I'll teach you how to make yours snug or how to make yours oversized. Now for materials, I made use of a 5-ply new cotton yarn. I had to double mine to achieve a chunky look. So if you have a chunky yarn already, make use of your chunky yarn. But I'll be doubling my 5-ply new cotton yarn to make my own chunky. Sorry that it looks like this. This is a scrap that I've had. I just winded it into a ball. Also, I made use of a 4.5mm hook, but you can make use of any hook you have available. Just make sure you get your measurements right. And for measurements, definitely you'll be needing your measuring tape. This is very important for this project. Now, let's get into customization. Before we start up our sweater, you need to take your measurements first. Take out your tape and wrap it around the fullest part of your bust and write it down. Mine is 36 inches. Now you're going to determine the exact fit you want your sweater to be. Since I want mine very oversized, I added 18 inches to my full bust measurement. So if you want yours snug, you can add about 8 to 5 inches. If you want yours oversized but not as oversized as mine, you can add like 12 inches. So do the mathematics, write out your results, and the next step now is to divide what you got by 2. So for me, 54 divided by 2 is 27, and that's going to be the measurement of my foundation chain. Now to begin, we're going to start by making a slip knot, and now we're going to make a total number of chains that measures up to the measurements that we got after the little mathematics. So guys, I'm done with mine. I did a total of 71 chains and this measures up to 27 inches. For row 1, chain up 1 and you're going to turn your work. Skip 1 chain and we'll be working into this tiny bump on each chain. So yarn over, insert your hook into the tiny bump on the next chain, yarn over and pull through. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Then yarn over and pull through the 3 loops you have on your hook. And that's how you make a half double crochet. So now we're going to make 1 half double crochet into each and every chain till we get to the very last chain. Remember to work into the tiny bump. So guys, I've made 1 half double crochet into each and every chain till I got to my very last chain. So let me show you how to finish up. Yarn over, insert your hook into the last tiny bump in your last chain. Don't walk into the slip knot, this doesn't count. And you make a half double crochet. So now for row 2, chain up 1 and turn your work. So you're going to yarn over and now we'll be working into the back loop of each stitch. So turn your work like this and you're going to walk into the side of this V on top that is not facing you directly. So I'm standing like this side is my front loop and this is my back loop. Make a half double crochet. So you're going to make one half double crochet into the back loop of each stitch of this row. This is how your work should look like. Now, to finish up row 2, you're going to yarn over and make a half double crochet into the back loop of the last stitch. Please do not work into the starting chain here, which is the chain 1 that we skipped earlier. And now for row 3 and 4, you're going to repeat row 2. So guys, I've made 4 rows in total. Now you can decide to make more rows if you want your sweater longer, but I'm going for a cropped sweater and I'm okay with this number of rows, and it measures 2.5 inches. And now we're going to start making the sleeves. So I want my sleeve to be about 16 inches, but if you want yours shorter, you can customize it to your taste. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start making chains. The goal is to make enough chains that measures up to 16 inches. So I'll do mine off camera and tell you how many rows I did. So guys, I made a total of 43 chains for mine, and this measures 16 inches. So now we're going to create the foundation chain for our sleeves for the other side as well. All you have to do is to go in with another yarn, and you're going to attach your hook into the very last stitch here, yarn over and pull through. Tie this to secure. Insert your hook back in, yarn over and pull through, and you're going to chain the same number of chains that you created for the side. Remember, mine is 43. Once you've finished yours, chain up one and cut. Then pull out your loose end. So we are going to go back to the other side and we'll start making our sleeve panel. So we're going to start making the ribbon for the wrist first. Skip one chain, go into the next, and you make a slip stitch. So insert your hook, yarn over, and you're going to pull that loop you have on your hook into the last loop, like so. So for me, I'll be making a total of 6 slip stitches for my ribbon, but if you want just longer, you can make more. So to the next stitch, yarn over, you make a slip stitch. So once you have your desired number of slip stitches made, yarn over, and we're going to start making half double crochet stitches into each and every chain. So now we're going to start working into the body of our sweater. Yarn over and into the very first stitch here. insert your hook into the back loop and you make a half double crochet. So just continue making one half double crochet into the back loop of each stitch. Till we get to the foundation chain of the second sleeve. So now to finish up, we're going to make our last half double crochet stitch into the last half double crochet stitch from the previous row. This is mine. Make sure to work into the back loop. So from here onwards, we're going to make one half double crochet into each of the chains till we have 6 chains remaining for our slip stitches. So now I've worked till I have 6 chains remaining, and I'm going to be making slip stitches into each of them. That's it for row 1. For row 2, we're basically going to repeat row 1, chain up 1, turn your work, and into the back loop of the very first stitch here, which should be a slip stitch, you make a slip stitch. So I'll make 1 slip stitch into the next 5 stitches to make it a total of 6 slip stitches for this row. So once you have your 6 slip stitches made, we're going to go back to making 1 half double crochet into the back loop of each stitch till we get to the second sleeve, and we would stop at the last half double crochet stitch before the slip stitches. So you should have 6 stitches remaining. So guys, to finish up, we're going to make our slip stitches. Remember to work into the back loop only. So from here onwards, you're going to repeat row 2 of the sleeve till you're okay with the length of your sweater, and also note that as you're working up the body of your sweater, you're also working up the body of the sleeve. So if you want your sleeve to not be as baggy or oversized, you would have to make lesser rows here and make more rows for the body. So instead of making 4 rows at the beginning, you can make more rows so you can make lesser rows for the sleeve. I don't know if that makes sense. I'll do mine and tell you how many rows I did. So I'm done with mine. I did a total of 16 rows for my sleeve. So now we're going to start making the other panel of our sweater. So the first thing we need to do is to map out our neckline. I'm going for an off-shoulder sweater, so I'm going to place this around my shoulders, and I would use my stitch marker to map out my neckline. So if you want yours smaller, you place it around your neck and you map out your neckline. Always make sure that the number of stitches you leave on this side should be the same with the number of stitches you leave on the other side as well. Okay guys, I've mapped out my neckline. I left out a total of 62 stitches on both sides, and let me give you my measurement. It measures 14 inches. Now let's start off the neckline. So now the next step is to attach your yarn to one side of your neckline that you've mapped, where you placed your stitch marker, and you tie to secure. Insert your hook back in, yarn over and pull through. Now leave this like this, and I would need you to count how many stitches you left for your neckline. Okay, that's how many stitches from this part of your stitch marker down to the second stitch marker. And for me, I left a total of 33 stitches from this my stitch marker here to the second stitch marker here. So now I'm going to chain up 33 chains. I have my 33 chains made. Now I'm going to insert my hook into the stitch where I placed my second stitch marker, and I would make a slip stitch. So yarn over like this and you pull through the loop you have on your hook. Chain up one and cut. So now you can take out your stitch markers. You won't be needing it anymore. So now you're going to repeat the pattern like normal. Chain up one, turn your work, and we'll make our 6 slip stitches. So now you're going to make 1/2 double crochet into each and every stitch till you get to the stitch before you attached the foundation chain for the neckline. So till you get to this stitch here. Okay? So now when you get to the foundation chain for the neckline, yarn over and you're going to make a 1/2 double crochet into the very first chain. This is mine. And then we'll make 1/2 double crochet into each and every chain till we get to the last chain. So I've made a total of 33 1/2 double crochet into the foundation chain of my neckline. Now we yarn over and we're going to skip this 1/2 double crochet stitch that we attached the foundation chain to, and we'll go into the next 1/2 double crochet stitch and we'll continue the pattern like normal. You make 1/2 double crochet into each stitch, and when you get to the last 6 stitches of your sleeve, you make your slip stitches. So I'll do mine off camera and come back and show you how mine looks. So now when you're done with the first row of the second panel, you're going to repeat the pattern like normal. That's the row 2 of our sleeve pattern, so you have the same number of rows like you did for the first panel. Remember, mine is 16 rows for the sleeve, so I already have 1 row made. I'm going to make 15 more rows. So guys, I'm done with mine. I did a total of 16 rows. Sorry that my yarn color might look different. I made use of a lot of scrap yarn and I only just noticed that they weren't exactly the same shade, but there's no problem. Now, the next thing we're going to do is to make the body of the sweater. So this part that we did here, the 4 rows for this other side as well. And to do that, you have to map out the body of your second panel from the sleeves. So it's quite easy. I already mapped out mine. Just keep the number of stitches that you made for your sleeve initially. Remember, we chained 43 chains to make up our sleeve, so you just keep 43 stitches if you did the same number of stitches like I did. But if you made a different number of foundation chain from mine, just keep the exact number of stitches as your chain and place your stitch marker. For me, I placed my stitch marker on the 44th stitch. I skipped 43 and placed my stitch marker on the 44th stitch. So do it on both sides of your sleeve. So now let's start off the body of our second panel. So I'll be starting from this side first. I'm going to attach my yarn, and that's because I want to continue the pattern. This is where I fastened off, so I'll start from the stitch marker closest to it. Take out your stitch marker, insert your hook into the stitch, and yarn over and pull through. So tie this to secure. And now I'm going to turn my work, and I would insert my hook into the stitch here, yarn over and pull through, chain up 1 and into the back loop of this same stitch. I would make my half double crochet like normal. So we're going to continue the pattern. We make 1 half double crochet into the back loop of each stitch till we get to the very last stitch. And the last stitch is the second stitch marker. So now to finish up, I'll place my last half double crochet into the stitch. I placed my second stitch marker. So from here onwards, we're going to go back to the normal pattern repeat and we'll make 3 more rows. So remember, the normal pattern repeat is to chain up 1, turn your work, and in the very first stitch you make a half double crochet into the back loop. Then you make 1 half double crochet into each and every stitch till you get to your very last stitch. So guys, I'm done making 4 rows for the body of my second panel, and now the next step is to attach the sides of our sweater together from the body to the sleeves. To do that, you can either fasten off and use your darning needle. I'll be making use of my crochet hook to attach both sides together. Now to attach, insert your hook into the bottom stitch of your second panel and you make a slip stitch. So from here onwards, we'll be slip stitching randomly, so make sure you attach the corresponding row on one panel to the other panel. And I like to try as much as possible to place at least 2 slip stitches in each row. So do that till you get to the sleeve, and I'll teach you how to attach the sleeve. For the sleeve, I'm going to be attaching with slip stitches as well. I would place one slip stitch into each and every stitch on one panel to the corresponding stitches on the other panel. So just do that till you get to the very last stitch of your sleeve. So I'm done with mine, and to finish up, chain up one and fasten off, cut. So you're going to do the same for the other side of your sweater as well. And the only different thing you need to do is to attach your yarn before making your slip stitches to attach, which is very, very simple. So just insert your hook into the top stitch of your last row like this, and you do the same for the second panel as well. Attach your yarn and tie. To secure. So insert your hook back in and you make your slip stitch. Now just attach this side the way we did for the other side here, and I'll meet you guys when I'm done with mine. So guys, I'm done with both sides of my sweater. So now we're going to flip our work to the front and we'll start making the bottom border. Now the front of your sweater is the part that doesn't have the slip stitches we're using attaching both sides visible, okay? So now we're going to start the bottom border of our sweater. We'll be working at the bottom, not the top of our sweater here, the bottom of the sweater. So I like to attach my yarn at the side, but you can attach your yarn into any of these stitches. So remember to tie to secure. Insert your hook back in, yarn over and pull through. Chain up 3. So these 3 chains is going to count as 1 double crochet, and from here onwards you're going to make 1 double crochet into each and every stitch all the way around. So guys, I've made 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around till I got to my last double crochet stitch here. I'm going to slip stitch to join together. So insert your hook into the 3rd chain of your starting chain and you make a slip stitch like so. So for row 2 of our border, chain up 2 and turn your work, and you're going to yarn over. This chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch, and we'll be doing something a bit different. So now we're going to make a front post stitch, yarn over, and into the same stitch you made your slip stitch, insert your hook like this into the side and you pull out your hook like this. Yarn over and pull through. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. In the next stitch, you're going to make a back post stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook from the back into the side like this. Then take your hook out into the side like this. Yarn over and pull through. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. Yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. So we're going to repeat this all the way around one front post stitch, one back post stitch till we get to the end of the row. So now we make a front post stitch, and then we'll make a back post stitch. So now to finish up, you're going to slip stitch into the very first double crochet stitch, not the chain to starting chain, but the first double crochet stitch, which is the front post here. Chain up 2. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to skip this chain to starting chain here and go directly into the first stitch, which is the front post stitch, and we'll make a front post stitch. In the next stitch, which is a back post stitch, we'll make a back post stitch. In the next stitch, we'll make a front post stitch. In the next stitch, we'll make a back post stitch. So you're going to repeat this all the way around till you get to the very last stitch on the row. So guys, to finish up, we're going to make a slip stitch into the very first stitch, not the chain 2 here, but the first stitch. And you're going to repeat row 3 for our border till you're okay with the length of your sweater in total. For me, I'm going to make one more row and I'll come back and would finish up. Our sweater is now ready. Go ahead, hide your loose end and try it on. You can block your sweater if you want, but I won't be blocking mine. And this is where we're going to stop today's tutorial. I had so much fun making this. If you did as well, let me know in the comments section. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. For now, bye and have a beautiful day.